Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to Friday Knits. I'm Phoebe and today is a podcast thing. Also welcome to 2022. I realized that I haven't made a video this year. I was going through my diary and I'm like, oh shit, I've not made one YouTube video. Yeah, because I've just been busy in my head and just the usual overthinking and stuff. But I thought I have made some stuff, like I've knitted up some finished objects and I've started a whole lot of like new designs, so I probably have more works in progress than I have finished objects, but I thought I'd show you what I've made. Yeah, that's like the goal. And I've got, I don't know if I've got yarn that I haven't shown you guys yet or not. I really don't remember. I didn't look back at my other videos, so if I repeat something, yeah, sorry. Not sorry, but I am sorry. But it's always good to see yarn again, and also maybe I've changed my mind about what I was going to make with it. Yeah, so I'm just going to go into it. So this year, so far, I've released one pattern. It was the Daphne top, which I did have in another video, my end of year video or whatever. Yeah, I got that released, that was tested and released, and it was really great, and it's got a lot of positive feedback, so I'm really happy about that. My goals for 2022 were to, oh yeah, so I did want to, for 2022, in terms of knitting, I wanted to do like design something, but then at the same time knit a project from like another designer as well. So just like knit my own projects and then design something, because I think last year I was getting really burned out trying to design that I didn't really knit a lot of projects, and I bought a lot of yarn. Like I've got a lot of yarn down here, you can't see it. I did buy a lot of yarn to like knit other projects, but then like I would run out of time because I'm like, oh, I've got to like do this. And I think the reason why I have so much yarn is because some of the yarn is to knit other things, and so now I've got like, it doesn't all fit in here, it's all on the floor here. I don't know if I can like show you guys down, like, I don't know, but anyway, so that's like what it is. But also because it's summer here as well, it's like really hot, and I was working on this a project with it's this one here, a project with like this beautiful soft squishy alpaca yarn, but I just literally cannot knit with it. Like I can't, oh, wait, let me get a better one. That, it's from Wool in the Gang. And yeah, it's their Feeling Good yarn, and I love this yarn so much. This is like my favourite type of yarn to work with because it's so lightweight. But yeah, I literally cannot, and it's been hot days here. Like the summer's just been way hotter than usual here in Australia. It's sort of just like, it's humid as well. It's the humidity. It just gets you. But a lot of these yarns are like really like chunky wintry yarns, so I've found myself designing a bit more summery sort of designs. So that's like thinner yarns, smaller needles, takes a bit longer, which is probably why I haven't really like done too much knitting. Plus I keep getting these ideas and I'm like, well, I'm going to try this, I'm going to try this. So yeah, having said that, I did knit a few chunky things. I managed to knit a few chunky designs, but they were other people's patterns, so it was easier just to follow as opposed to me sitting there for ages designing something and then writing it up, and then it's just like, no. But I think I'll get into what I've knit so far this year. Yeah, and plus the works in progress as well. I'll show you guys that as well. Okay, so the first one, let me see. Actually, I think the first one is here, and I have shown you guys this one before. Oh. So it is the Daphne top, which I have here, and I've got photos of it on my Instagram. I'm not gonna lie, it's another hot day, so I'm too lazy to like undress and try it on for you guys and then show you. But yeah, this is the Daphne top. yeah, this was something I've just worked on for so long. Maybe not for so long, but I've always wanted to do, I guess I should say, like I've always wanted to do these sorts of designs. And I think I read on my Instagram that I was on Reformation. I'm always going through those sites like Reformation, Anthropology, all those like sort of places, and I just always love the designs of these sorts of tops, like the romantic style. Kind of makes me think of like Paris and Europe and all that stuff. And yeah, I wanted to like knit something with that in mind, so that's how I sort of came up with this design here. Yeah, it uses short rows, which I love. I freaking love short rows. I think they're the best invention, no, skill you can learn in knitting, because it helps so much with like everything. But yeah, this is the Daphne top. Obviously I haven't like weaved in those ends, but I do want to make another one. I want to make, oh yeah, also, so the sleeves are puff as well. The photos on my Instagram, you can have a look there, but yeah, you can have a look on my Instagram for all my testers versions as well. So good, they're like amazing. Everyone did such a great job. I got such great feedback from it. And yeah, if you guys do decide to like buy this and make it, there is a video tutorial as well that you can link into, it's in the pattern, so it goes through like how to do the short rows. And it's a really long video because it's really detailed. Like I do it, you're like knitting with me, and I show you how to do the short rows for this, plus the sleeves, plus everything else. Yeah, so there's that. And then I'm gonna put this over here. And on that as well, I made like you can make a cami version as well, like this, and it has that same sort of neckline at the front there, because I'm just like obsessed with the neckline. But what I did here was I didn't do the underbust part, so you don't have to, if you don't want to do it, you don't have to. There's an option in the pattern where you don't have to do the underbust part, and I kind of like it. It's like such a simple, really elegant like design thing, and then it just like, that's it. Yeah, so I think that's a really great option as well if you wanted to do something like that. So this one I've knit in cotton, in a cotton yarn. It does have a stretchy bit at the back as well there, like that. But with cotton yarn you could, I don't think I did it, but you could size down in needle size, because it would stretch in cotton yarn and it might not bounce back. This one I knit in a merino wool. So you could make this in a cotton as well. I think it would be a little bit heavier, like the sleeves and stuff might not elasticize as much, because the sleeves sort of sit on you, and there's like a little bit of stretch there, and they're sort of knit, so they're pretty like tight down, not tight down, but so they're fitted, so it sits sort of fitted. So cotton might stretch it, but I did have some testers who use cotton to make it, so it's up to you. I made this one in a cotton because it's a cami. I just thought, even if it's stretched, I've still got the straps and they won't exactly fall down, because the sleeves would sort of pull it down, maybe, I don't know. But yeah, that's that design there for that, if that makes sense. Wow, I am just remembering that I can ramble on about things. So that's what I did. When I was designing and making that, at the same time, I made these beanies. So this is I had so much of this merry wool from We Are Knitters. And yeah, I decided to make their hipster beanie on their website. It's a free pattern on their website, and it's just so simple. It's just a rib, 1x1 rib, and you just knit it up. And I really liked that little design there. So I made 2 of them like that. This one I made actually to match another jumper, which I'll show you, which I've shown in like I think about 3 or 4 other videos, but I finally finished it, but I'll get to that. Yeah, this was just a really easy pattern I wanted on the side for when I felt a bit like, ugh, I don't want to like, or like when I felt a bit burnt out, I just needed something on the side. So this was like my side bitch hat. Yeah, but I made this is like a his and hers. So we actually wore these down to the beach not long ago when it was cold, and we saw there's this place here in Australia called Phillip Island, and we went to Phillip Island and we saw the penguins, and it's because it's right on the Bass Strait. It's really cold at night, so we went and we saw the penguins, and we were wearing these beanies, and one of the penguins was like, "Oh my god, you're wearing matching beanies." No, they didn't. Penguins don't talk, guys. But anyway, that's a cool story that never happened. This is yeah, the other one. So the jumper that went with this is this one, which I have. Yeah, I'm sure I think this is like a thumbnail for one of my other videos. So yeah, it's this petite knit zipper sweater, which I have finally finished. The thing that I hadn't done was weaved in all the ends and also put on the zipper. And because we were waiting to buy the perfect zipper, and I guess this is the perfect zipper, which it actually is. So I got a white zipper because I wanted it to sort of, like, you can't even tell actually. I was really stressed about what colour zipper to get. I'm like, should I get grey or white? Like, I didn't know if I wanted to match up here or down here. Yeah, but this is made from the Merry wool as well. And so I had leftover yarn, so I made a matching beanie to match like the colour thing. I don't know if that makes sense. But yeah, it is, I freaking love it. Like, I wore this and it was so perfect and warm. And it is a bit, I showed it to a friend as well, and she said it was a bit heavy, which it is. It is heavy, but because it's a winter garment, I kind of like that. I want it, you know, it's like, it's so I don't have to wear a jacket. It can sort of feel like a jacket, and I could just layer on underneath and stuff. So that is, or was, the goal of this. But yeah, it's finally done, and I love it so much. The only thing I had to do was put on the zipper, and then I had to knit, you knit this part in here so the zipper's like hidden, which is really clever as well. Yeah, this is by Petite Knit. They're, I said it before, the zipper sweater. And we are knitters Merry wool. This is the fantasy something, and this is the grey something. I'm sure they have other names, but it's just, yeah. So that's, yeah, that's that. And then I have to make a matching his one, which I have the yarn for, and I was meant to make last year with mine, but then I got caught up in my own stuff. Hence why I want to like focus a bit more on knitting stuff for myself. So the next one is actually this. I should have probably started with this one. This is the Benny sweater by Cara's Knits Eng. Cara on Instagram. She has like amazing designs. She does like chunky yarns and jacket and all this really great stuff, and this is one of the sweaters that she has, and it's a bit, I'll just show you, yeah, just goes down to there, and that's customizable the length as well if you want to keep going longer or not. It was worked top down. It's a raglan, yeah, it is a raglan. Yeah, and it's a really simple design. It's so quick. It's knitted on like 9mm needles. I held wait, I can see here because I haven't weaved this in, three. I held 3 of the yarns, 3, what is this called? Mohair yarns together. And yeah, this is what it is. I think another thing I did change is I did knit a bit on the sleeves. You don't have to, but I did. I don't remember why. I think I just wanted it to be a bit more t-shirty than like cut up here. So just like the tiniest bit more down. That was just my own personal preference, and yeah, and the length I changed because I have a really long torso, so I forget about the length. Plus I had a lot of yarn left over and I was like, well, I'll just keep going. Yeah, and this yarn is from a great Australian yarn seller. Love Spool. I was going to say Love Crafts. It's not Love Crafts. It's Love Spool. Yeah, they have like these, and this is gifted as well. The yarn was gifted as well, and I bought the pattern. Yeah, so it is, I should have, so this is not the same colour, but this is basically the yarn. So I was gifted this yarn, well this yarn and this one as well. I don't know what to make with this one. I kind of want to make like a lightweight cardigan thing with this yarn. It's so soft as well, like I love it so much. But this is quite nice. Like today's a pretty hot day, but it's like, because it's, even though it is mohair, it's pretty airy, so like it's fine to wear, and I've worn it a few times already. Only when I'm not eating, because I eat really messy, so I wouldn't know how to clean mohair if I got it messy. But yeah, I've got to obviously find a pattern or make a pattern or something like that with that. But this is really, really nice. I was a little bit worried about the neckline for this because there's no shaping in terms of short rows or anything. So if I did make another one, I would probably do short rows for the back to lift that a bit higher, and then that way this can sit a bit lower. But having said that, because it's pretty lightweight, it's okay. It doesn't, I don't feel like I'm being choked too much here, and I'm pretty sensitive to sort of things sitting right there. I don't really know what it is. There's something right here. I can just feel, I feel constricted a bit, but this is like perfectly fine. But if I did make something else, I'd probably make short rows to make it a bit higher. But yeah, this was in a green, I don't remember the colour, green, a nice an apple green. Yeah, I'm making that name up. But yeah, so that's this one, which I actually really like it, and it's kind of perfect for summer. I think if you wanted to, you could make this like a long sleeve, and you could be like a winter thing as well. Yeah, so that is that. The next thing I did make is another chunky like winter thing. So I made this here. This is a pattern by Petite Knit again. It's the Saturday Night Sweater. I was gifted this yarn by another amazing Australian yarn seller. Knitted Toe, every time I still don't know. I should ask. I'm so sorry, Cara. I'll ask you how to pronounce it. But yeah, this is the Saturday Night Sweater. It is a circular yoke top. I literally chose this because I just had the yarn and I'm like, all right, I'm gonna make something with this, and I was just on Ravelry searching and this came up, and I just liked it because I've worked with petite knit patterns before. I just knew it would be easy and it would be quick, and this is a bulky yarn, so I wanted to make it because I thought it would be quick, but because I'm me, it took a bit longer. But no, this is it. I haven't really worn it out yet. It is a what is it, elbow sleeve style. I added my own sort of, just the edges I did in a contrasting colour just because I thought it would be cute and cool to do. I love the yarn. This is their Fluffy Cloud alpaca. It's an alpaca yarn. It's so soft, and it is a bit irregular as well. So if you guys can sort of see, it could be my stitching as well, but the yarn itself is a little bit irregular. Like it's not perfectly just a smooth thing, but I really like that because I like something like this where it's just like a stockinette design. The textures can really like shine in it, and you can really see how the yarn like sits. So I really liked that for that one. Anything else I need to say about it? No. Yeah, again, it's because it's WIP top down, I just customized it a bit, and I had enough to cover my torso. I was a little bit worried I didn't have enough yarn for it, but then turns out I did. Yeah, great story. Yay. Yarn chicken is a thing. It is a thing. This is a design I currently have in testing. I'm gonna tuck that in. I think this is the wrong way. Wait. It's reversible, so I don't know which way is the right way other than the seaming on the straps. Let me see. Yeah, you can see there's like that part of the strap there, and then that's like, anyway. So this is a new top that I currently have in testing. It goes off of it's similar to the Daphne top from before, and it goes off of that sweetheart design thing again, which I just love. Like after I did that, I worked this up because I wanted something. Oh, I still really liked that neckline, and I still really liked it, and I thought I could just do more with it. So yeah, I came up with this design, and it's just a simple rib design, and it has that same, yeah, little design, and it's a really cute summer top, again because we're in summer. This one I got yarn, I bought yarn for it. This is some hand-dyed yarn I bought from the local yarn shop, and this is from Prosper Yarns, who are a New Zealand brand. They do hand-dyed yarn, and this one is their colour Pop Tart. It's a 4-ply yarn, so it's a sock weight yarn. It's a superwash and nylon, I'm pretty sure. I've lost the tag for it. But I held the yarn together, so it makes a sort of like DK weight yarn weight. But yeah, I think that's what that is. And for this one, I used the entire skein. So with the yarn held together at 400 meters, I used this entire thing. It was 200 meters technically, DK weight, or however you add yarn up. Like I assume 2 4-plies make a DK weight, but I don't know, that stuff gets confusing to me, so don't take my word on that. But basically the point I'm trying to make is that this would technically be 200 meters of yarn that I've used for this. But having said that, I did work the extra small, and it is cropped as well, so it sits sort of like there-ish. I've also got photos on my Instagram, so you can definitely check it out there. But yeah, that is that one there. And I did have another one. I did work up a sample first in a lightweight, like just holding the yarn single. So this was like my first sort of iteration of it. This is Hobby Yarns Unicorn Solid, and yeah, this was the first one I made with the yarn held single, a bit longer. Same ribbing, but I think the thing I didn't love was it was a bit too lightweight, so I think when you wore it, it was like maybe a little bit see-through, and I don't know if like people really dig that, like having something a little see-through, so I wasn't quite sure whether or not it was like the best thing. So I held it double, and then it made like a bit of a thicker fabric, but it was still pretty summery and like fun. But like I do still like this as well, like the really lightweight stuff, like you can wear. But I am working on like something else that does hold like a 4-ply yarn single, just to see how I like it, how it feels. But I do, like, I don't know, I think it's still nice. Like, I think I still like it. But I don't know, like, you guys let me know if like wearing something that's like slightly sort of see-through, especially if it's like a summery top, like sometimes I'll just like be like, oh, people won't really like that, but I'm not sure. Maybe some people would, some people wouldn't. Maybe it depends on the yarn. Maybe this one is particularly like a little bit see-through, maybe a different colour, it wouldn't be so see-through. Like white would definitely be see-through. This one wasn't like see-through, it was like, if I wore a black bra, you'd see like slightest bit of like black, and then you'd see like whatever. Yeah, so this is what that is. But yeah, again with that shaping, and the back's just nothing really. Really simple design, so I really love this, and this will be released in March, I'm hoping, and it's really easy. So yeah, that is that one. So the next thing I made is this bralette. This is from Jessie Made. It is the framework bralette, and it is the cutest freaking thing. I love it so much. It's kind of perfect. It stretches, like I know it looks like nothing right now, but it'll stretch. And it is, the yarn is from Circus Tonic Handmade, who is an Australian hand dyer. She from Adelaide, I think, but I bought this from a local yarn store here in Melbourne called Makers, something like that. Yeah, when I saw this I was like, yeah, like I gotta have it. And I knew I was gonna make something from Jessie Made with this yarn. This is a superwash, it's like a sock yarn, a superwash and marine nylon, superwash and nylon yarn. And yeah, it's really cute. Originally, when I made this, I actually freaked out a little bit about the length, because it's worked from the bottom up. So I worked this part here, and then I freaked out a bit because I thought I was going to run out of yarn, because you still have to make like the cups and stuff, and then the straps. And I freaked out and I'm like, oh shit, I better start doing that, and it used like no yarn at all. So I had like so much yarn left over. I did hold the yarn double as well, and so it met gauge. And I did a gauge swatch for this, by the way, as well, because it sits so close to your body, like it sits tight and stretched. It's a negative ease. So with things like that, I kind of like to do a gauge swatch for it. But yeah, I ended up having so much yarn left over for it as well, because I just freaked out about nothing, which is just me. But I thought I'd show you, like, I don't know, it just has such nice like detailing, like the design itself. I don't know, it's just really nice. I think pearl stitches get so underrated as well in terms of being the right side of the work, because like, I don't know, it looks nice. And because of this particular thing, because it has this detailing down here, I think the pearl stitches like really stand out. And the yarn really helps it stand. I don't know, it's all very good. I'm very happy with this. I also blocked it as well. So because the stitches sort of here sit weird, because it's going from like a whole bunch of knits to like pearls. I was like, it looked a bit wonky when it was just sitting there. And when I was trying to photograph it for my Instagram, because Instagram is life, it just looked a bit weird, so I had to block it. Yeah, but I don't really know how to wear it out yet. I'm thinking like wearing this with like a cardigan or like a jacket or something, wearing it underneath, or over like a t-shirt maybe. I don't know. I don't think I'm brave enough to wear it out on its own as it is, but I don't know. I don't want to wear it underneath something, because like I don't, as in like underneath like a top or something. Like if anything, I wear it over a top, because like it needs to be seen because of the yarn and the design and everything. I just feel like it needs to be seen. But yeah, I'm quite happy with that. So with my leftover yarn that I was freaking out about, I actually ended up making another design. This one I improvised. It's not any pattern. I literally, like, usually I would just leave things. I'd just be like, oh, I'll leave it for something else. But I didn't want to, because I knew I wouldn't use the yarn. I'd just have it there forever, and I'd just be like, oh, I have no idea what to make with this. So I made this another bralette, I guess, in a way. And it sort of sits like that. It's like a triangle thing. I worked it from the top down, and I worked just a ribbing. And it has like a really cute little sort of center detailing there, and then it like goes like that, and it's a halter top. So I thought it kind of turned out pretty cute. Yeah, and it sort of inspired like another idea that I have for another design, which I'm working on now. I'm going to see how it turns out, see if I like it or not. And if I don't like it, I'm thinking of like maybe doing like a tutorial on this and seeing how, like, just doing a free tutorial, because this is so customizable the way it's made. You just keep going longer or shorter as you want, and you know, your own breast size and all that. So yeah, I don't know. I'll see how it goes, but I think maybe I will just do a tutorial for it if I have the time. Plus it gives me an excuse to buy more like yarn like this as well. But yeah, this yarn was held double. That's how much like I have left over, sort of just hanging. But it is held double, and that's the yarn there. Can't see. Wait, so bad at this. There, it's quite thin, and so yeah, I held it double for this. But yeah, I quite like it. I love this yarn. Like hand dyed yarns are like my thing now. I just want to buy so much hand dyed yarns, because they're just like they are just so unique. And the yarn that the underlying yarn they use, like the fibers are usually really good. And it's always good to support local business and small business and all of that stuff. Yeah, so that is that one there. I think that's it. Oh yeah, so I did go and buy more yarn as well. Not too much, I held myself back. Specifically this yarn here, I'm making, so this, it looks like nothing. I'm making another Jessie Maid design. It's the outline tank, so there's already like a setup for it to make the stuff. But the yarn I have for it is this cotton, and I went with a cotton. I did have like some merino wools I thought about using in my stash already, but I didn't because the design of this, because it sits sort of like with a positive ease, kind of like this top here. I wanted something that draped a bit more, that had a bit more like weight down to it. Merino wool I felt would have been fine, but yeah, I wanted something that draped. It has positive ease already, so that was my reasoning for buying new yarn. But yeah, again, I'm using small needles. It's a small needle life this summer. Yeah, so that it doesn't look like anything, but that's that. And I started on this as well, on this sort of retro design here. And I stopped. So I don't know if I love it or not. It was going to be like a top, like a tank top thing, but I'm kind of thinking of another tank top thing, so I might like unravel this and not make that tank top and make another tank top. I don't know if any of that made sense. But that's the thing. I kind of like the little stripy design though. I think I might stick with that. With, I don't know. Maybe I will continue. Again, I don't know. It's so hard, especially with thin yarn, because it's like you get so... This took like maybe a day or two. I don't know. It takes a while because it's thin yarn, small needles, and it's just all, you know, you get very invested in it and stuff. And I'm also making, so this is a 4-ply yarn as well. So I'm just going to show you this like 4-ply yarn. That looks like a DK weight yarn, but it's 4-ply. You know, and I did meet the gauge for it, which is so weird because then that other yarn is also like 4-ply yarn. I don't know where it's gone. The other yarn with the bralette is also 4-ply yarn, and I'm just like, is it? I don't know. Like yarn weights get confusing. So I'm making another. You can't see it. Of my the ribbed sweetheart top again, but this time I did it from the top down, and I kind of wanted to see how it would look a little bit longer, maybe as a dress. That's sort of what I'm doing here. I had to unravel it, so I did work it a bit, but then I realised a mistake in terms of the waist shaping I was trying to figure out, so I've sort of put this on the back burner for a second because it's not urgent, and I sort of just wanted to see how it would, if it would even look good. Like, I don't know if it would look good. because with my patterns I kind of like to have like a bit of a two-in-one, like you can make it longer or shorter, or a dress or a top or a crop or whatever. So I do have that currently going, but yeah, I'm gonna test this out and see how it goes, see if I like it or not. And then the next thing I have is this, it's all tangled, hold on. It's this, I'm gonna hold it like this because it's all tangled underneath my stuff over there. And it was this stitch I found that I thought was really cool, and I had this yarn from Hobby. This is Rowan's DK Summer Light yarn, and then this colourful yarn here is by Hobby, Daydream. Let me get it. Oh, here. So it's like a self-striping sort of yarn. It's a wool yarn. It's really cute yarn, and it's that. And this is like a drop stitch, I think it was called. I don't know. I was working it and I was like, it'd be really cute. It's like a sort of top thing, but now I don't really know if I love it. So I'm thinking of unraveling this and using this yarn for something else, maybe held together. But this is a 4-ply yarn. I can see if I can show you guys, like you can sort of see, but it's quite thin, like it's so much thinner than the other yarn that's also a 4-ply. Again, gets confusing. But yeah, this is like a drop stitch, and I thought the colour change was really cool, but I think I might end up using it for something else, like a top. And maybe I will use it as like a sample, like to knit up my sample for a design, because it is wool, so it's not super soft. It's not like the softest, not on my skin anyway, but I have pretty sensitive skin, so I don't know. But I do love the colour change in it, so I don't know. I might, yeah, who knows. But yeah, this is something I was working on for a while, and then I just sort of gave it up, so yeah. That's that. I'm just going to put all that over there. But yeah, that is, I think, everything I've done this year so far, just January and February, my finished objects and designs and ideas and stuff. So yeah, so that's everything that I've made. I think it might be, I think like I'll definitely try and make like videos every month. Also, maybe even if it's just a podcast, just talk about what I'm making and then hold myself accountable as well, just so I can be like, this is what I've done. But yeah, so that was everything. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope it made sense. Haven't done this for a while, so I apologize if it's a bit rambly. But yeah, I hope you guys like it. If you have any questions, let me know. You can ask me, and I will see you guys in my next video. So thanks again. Bye!